Hey legends, welcome to the Mission and Goals channel. I'm here in Townsville for the 2024 ADF Expo. As you can see, we're here, different veteran organisations are here representing for the veteran community. It looks like there is a code call right now. If you turn around, this is an action call of fireys being called to a job. That's how cool is that? You don't often get to see that. Someone at an expo being called out to a job. Look at them. Done. Packed up and gone. And then here we have, like as we're here is the entrance. We're at the Murray Sports Complex in Townsville. We've been inside already. We've chatted to a few people. It's pretty amazing what everyone coming together and supporting the veteran community. All these different organisations from around Townsville are here. Some have even flown up from different parts of Australia just to support the ADF and the community, which is fucking amazing. And then here we are entering into the sports complex. It's hot in Townsville, so luckily we're in the air conditioning. But inside of here is a whole bunch of different tables and setups for the veteran community. And then this is the 2024 ADF Expo. Different organisations from around Townsville here to celebrate and to promote veteran wellbeing for the community. And it's things like this that brings the community together, brings everyone together, and really gives hope and inspiration to a better future for veterans. I'm here with Debbie from Invictus Australia. She's going to do a little chat with me about what Invictus does. We're here at the ADF Expo 2024 in Townsville. How's it going?
This is such a great event. It is such a privilege to be here. There's so many people from the defence community, and it's great meeting so many fantastic families and serving members, former serving members. Everyone's here. It's perfect. It's a great
amazing
day.
It is amazing, and the amount of people that have rocked up and supported is truly remarkable. Are you able to tell us a little bit about Invictus Australia? So from my understanding, what I know of Invictus, it started with Invictus Games and Prince Harry started it. Are you able to elaborate further with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're best known because of the games. So Prince Harry started the games 10 years ago, actually. So it's gone very, very quickly. 10 years this year,
Beautiful.
Yeah. And so, as I said, we're best known for the games, but the games really only takes care of a very small percentage of the defence community. So the other stream that Invictus Australia does is the community programs, and that's the side that I work on. So my job is to create sporting activities and events and opportunities for the defence community to be involved in. So when I say defence community, I'm talking serving, former serving and family members. And the way we do that is we work with the sporting body itself. So we go out to the top. We have relationships with most of the sports, so bowls Australia, archery Australia, rowing Australia, etc. And then they introduce us to the local clubs, and we run come and tries and different events for people to get involved in the sport and find their tribe, get connected in sport, and then it's great for everyone's physical and mental well-being.
Yeah, so that just even being around people and that support network and the team environment, which is even in defence, like that's what you're used to. So if you do leave, then it's good to be around that. And then physical exercise, releasing dopamine, extremely good.
Exactly.
That's amazing. And how long have you been in Australia for?
So we started, Invictus Australia started off the back of the 2018 Sydney Games. So we realised that we were only reaching a tiny proportion of the defence community through the games. So we set up the not-for-profit charity then to reach the rest of the community. Yeah,
beautiful. And in your experience, what do you find is a lot of challenges that the veteran community faces, and then how does Invictus help solve that problem?
Well, yeah, I think for the families, it's the moving. I myself am a spouse of a serving member, and it's the moving and trying to find your connections and your friends and your tribe, really, So sport is a great way to do that. So we have a relationship with Parkrun. Parkrun happens every single Saturday, 8 a.m, all over Australia. And wherever you rock up, you're going to be with like-minded people. So you can run, walk, volunteer. So that's one way that we connect people into sport. I myself, my sport is dragon boating. So I actually live in Canberra. belong to a club there, but if I was to move to Townsville, there's already a club here that I could, get connected with.
Yeah,
so it's just having that continuity. So every time you move, you know who to look for.
Yep, beautiful. And what is the future hold for Invictus Australia? What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to be in every city and every town?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we have regional managers in most states and territories now, but we still need more. So one of the reasons we're in Townsville today is to build awareness to the programs that we offer, and we are seeking some support to get a staff member here on a full-time basis.
Yeah.
So the idea is to really grow and offer our services, much more than we have already.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you for taking the time today to have a little chat with me about Invictus. Thank you very much. I'm here today at the ADF Expo 2024, and I am with Christy from the Oasis Townsville. The Oasis is a veteran organisation started by a former general who also ran a national suicide prevention initiative.
Yep.
And now it has a community hub in Townsville.
We do, yeah. So we're a wellbeing hub. So we differ from other ESOs in that we also will help serving members and their families. So anybody who's current serving, ex-serving, their families, their children, all of them can come and get help. So JCal, when he left the military, realised that there was a loss of community, that there was a gap, and that was affecting people's mental health. And he said, well, then how do we kind of set that gap up to catch these people so when they leave defence, they've still got access to this community. So it's a bit of a one-stop shop what we do. We have a service delivery team so they can help with anything from housing, issues with DVA, financial help, employment, all of those things. If we don't do it in-house, we know who does. We're a bit of a glorified yellow pages, so they get out, they go, we need a good GP. We know who that is. So what's great about the Oasis is it's a really safe place for veterans and serving members. Everybody in the service delivery team is linked to defence. They're either veterans themselves or they're spouses, children of veterans. So there's a real lived experience, kind of peer understanding there. We've got all kinds of things. We have social programs. We have 6 huts that are booked out with activities that people can access all for free. We have a cafe. We have the very first Brothers in Books library that was ever set up by Dylan Conway, which I'm sure you probably know. And so in the interest of coming upstream and helping people before the wheels get a bit wobbly when they leave defence, Colleen, who you know as well from the Oasis, we're launching Operation Navigator, which is essentially any defence that are being posted into towns will have the opportunity to see what entitlements and access people have to things to get them starting to think about what life might look like post-defence.
How amazing.
In a very big nutshell.
How amazing. And if you do want to find out more about Oasis, go to their website, which is?
It'll be www.theoasistownsville.org.au. And there's an intake form there. There's lots of information. Anybody who fills out an intake form, that lands in my inbox and they'll get a call from me. We'll have a bit of a yarn, see what we can do to help and get the ball rolling.
And I highly recommend the Oasis. I've done 2 podcasts with members with the Oasis, Colleen McLean and John Caligari, former general. So if you do want to find out more about what's happening, they're a very good podcast to check out.
Yep.
I want to thank you today for your time.
No worries.
And thank you for sharing what Oasis does and how it's helping the veteran community.
Perfect. And hopefully we'll see you guys at home base soon.
Beautiful. Thank you. G'day, legends. Here I am with a friend, Kaz Gibbs. I've done a podcast with Kaz before. She was one of my first podcasts. She's up here at the Townsville ADF Expo 2024 with Merlin, representing Young Diggers. Are you able to tell the audience what Young Diggers does for the veteran community?
Absolutely. Hi. So we're a ESO, not-for-profit, registered charity. We've been around for 11 years. We primarily do assistance dogs now for veterans and first responders who have PTSD, depression, anxiety and suicide ideation. They can have one or all of those. We don't discriminate. We call it the mental health rainbow. Yep. That's tongue-in-cheek, by the way. And the assistance dog is a rehabilitation aid. So 3 ways to enter YD Dog Squad. There will be, dog's getting comfortable. It'll either be their dog, the veteran's dog, that we test for suitability. If it's suitable, they come into the program. If they don't have a suitable dog, then we do like an OT, occupational therapy, look at their life, their home, their mobility, what they want to achieve, whether there's any kids in the family, that type of thing, to help them find a suitable dog. And we have connections with various breeders depending on whether it's no allergy or they want a bomb-proof lab, And the third option is when the veteran has been with like mental health issues. Often they've been in and out of hospital, they're in financial distress, often separated from their family. So we provide a dog for them, a very good dog. We've provided 6 or 7 dogs now actually, and we encourage them, or the requirement is that they train on a weekly basis, and at 18 months or around about there, when they get to their full driver's licence, if you want to look at it like that, what we call PAT, public access test jacketed, we give them the dog. So we don't recover the dog like another program that I won't mention, but the dog is theirs because the bond is everything with the dog and the handler. That's what we do. So we're not funded.
So if you do want to donate to Young Diggers, they would greatly appreciate it. They aren't funded, they have to do all their own funding, which they create dog treats and stuff like that.
Yes, we do wonderful dog treats. So we do sea mullet, we do chicken niblets, we do liver, can be seen chopping up liver late at night at the bunker.
Yep.
And you can buy this online. And the good thing about this is it's made in Australia with love, and we haven't added any salt, flavouring, colouring, the animal byproducts. Just be really careful when you buy stuff that's in a big basket that you don't know what's in it. So the good news is Townsville, we will be commencing training here next month and coming up on a regular basis. So for people that are estranged from their dog training organisation, or their dog training organisation doesn't exist anymore, we're not discriminatory, come on board, because it's about together we heal.
Well, thanks, Kaz.
That's okay, Joel. So now tell me, you're about to go on a trip.
Yes, I'm about to go around Australia.
And you're taking a dog?
I'm taking my dog, who is my assistance dog. He's not recognised. His name's Winston. And now we've spoken about him possibly becoming my assistance dog.
So the process will be that come along with Winston and we do what's called a suitability assessment. So we look at your relationship with the dog and the dog's behaviour in public. And if Winston's suitable, which I think that he will be, we'll bring you into Dog Squad, and then we'll run either the L test, which is like your learners, so you can go into public space, and in time, your PAT, public access test. That means you can take Winston with you everywhere. It's not something you can just buy, like i.e. I feel like taking my dog everywhere, so give me a jacket. It doesn't work like that. There is a responsibility to the community and other people who are ex-serving and also currently serving that upholding the appropriate behaviour with your dog, i.e. not letting it run around inside with a jacket on, or weeing on things in Bunnings, which is very naughty, or trying to eat people's microphones, Merlin.
But yeah, and I think Winston will be suitable, and I think he's going to love it. And I can't wait to introduce him to you.
I can't wait to meet Winston.
Because he is my best friend. And for those who are struggling a bit mentally, I highly recommend getting a dog. My dog saved my life, and other dogs save other owners' lives. So
we've done about over 700 dogs that have come through YD. And Melon's fronting up for the treats, and we haven't lost anyone, and that's the most important thing, because there isn't a recovery from suicide.
Yeah, and that's amazing to not lose anyone out of 700 dogs. That's
prevention. It's always better to put your hand up and go, I'm not doing okay. There's no judgment. People that have been exposed to suicide in their family or friends are 8 times more likely to be suicidal, and that and loneliness are the big, and so with your dog, you're never lonely,
And the dog always loves you.
Oh, no matter what, even if you're having a really bad hair day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Kaz.
Thanks,
thanks for discussing about...
your podcast, you're doing so well, mate.
Oh, thank you.
And there's so many of us cheering you on. We're really proud of you.
Oh, thank you very much. Hey, legends. I'm here with Cliff from the NQ Sappers. He's going to give it a little bit of tell us a little bit about what NQ Sappers does for the veteran community here in North Queensland.
Well, the NQ Sappers were a bunch of old retired folks that helped to put back to the community and to the regiment. We're in close contact with the regiment most of the time, and we help raise funds for our ex-serving members and or their wives who are having a bit of grief, and also the explosive detection dogs. Like us sappers, when we are discharged, we do get medical cover, but unfortunately the dogs don't. So it's up to the onus of the veteran to look after the dog. So we fundraise to help raise funds for the vet bills and any large amounts that they need.
I didn't know that about the EDDs, that they aren't looked after their service. That's shocking.
Yeah, well, what I hear, they're trying to change that. I think there's motions happening. I don't know if you know Mossy, Ian Moss. Yeah, he's a big instigator into that. But in the meantime, we've helped dogs down in South Australia, Victoria, and here around Townsville. We have our retired EDD Bullseye with us, so we look after him vet-wise, and so he can come around looking after us.
How often do you meet?
We meet once a month, the first Sunday of the month, out at Thorngar RSL from 11 o'clock to about 2 or 3. Once the meeting's finished, we put on some platters of snacks and open the bar to have a few drinks, to socialise and catch up and see what's happened in the last month.
And you're here today at the ADF 2024 Expo in Townsville, running a barbecue in 30-something degree weather, and as you can tell, you're sweating, working hard like sappers always bloody do. Always get the stiff end of the stick, don't we?
Absolutely, but you know, there are some special beverages tucked away for the after party.
There always is, with engineers carrying the old 66s, the empty tubes.
Oh yes, yeah. Being a planter, there's always a tool bin able to carry a certain amount of stock. This is our second year doing the Welcome to Townsville Expo, and it's a great way to meet the new folks coming in, and especially the new officers that come in. And this is a good icebreaker for us when we go back out to the regiment in 2 weeks' time for our first banjos at the Dingo Inn.
Yeah, awesome. And I noticed there's a few former high-ranking people that are here now serving the community with the barbecue. Some old RSMs of mine and SSMs.
Well, yeah. What we've got to do is, unfortunately, they still want to carry their rank, and we've got to let them know that easy. So
just put them in their place.
Yes, yeah. Sometimes they get their nose out of joint, but look, it's an adjustment. It takes years, 20 years for me when I got out to then get back involved with this. So everybody's own pace, own time, but we're there when they're ready.
Yeah, beautiful. And I just wanted to say thank you for what the NQ Sappers is doing for the community, especially for Townsville, and thank you for being here today and offering your time and energy for this interview.
All right, thank you very much. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
So thanks for joining, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow, do whatever you need to do. Let's get this, get the support out there for our veterans, and let's get this done. Cheers, legends.